When KCDF was started in the year 1997, the objective was to have an entity in Kenya that would be able to mobilize local resources for development.
In 2011, KCDF and other interested stakeholders came together to try and come up with a project that sought to take us back to where we started as a country. Pamoja for Change project was started in 2011
with the main objective of working very closely with community groups and other local entities in ensuring that they are better equipped to mobilize financial resources for development.
They identify their own challenges and come up with their own local solutions.
With the good mobilization strategy, community organizations, as evidenced by the groups that we work with, have been able to harness and to bring different stakeholders together to raise resources and to do what they are purposed to do.
Kidi Luanda started in 1998. The main reason to start Kidi Luanda was because that year most people in this area died because of HIV and AIDS, and they left many orphans and vulnerable children, those who are not able to access education. So 6 ladies of this community sat down and they decided to take these children to school. That was the reason why Kidi Luanda was started, to support education of children.
This is the place where my mother was born. She got pregnant when she was in standard 7 in primary. After that, she gave birth to me. I stopped going to school. She never went back to school again. After about 2 years, she again got pregnant and bore my brother. When my brother was a year old, I went to stay with my uncle in Nairobi. In 2007, my aunt Ra from Kisumu said that my mother wanted me to come home. I came and found her, and she was already dead. She died the previous night. We then went back to Oyugis with my brother. Then I decided to come and help my grandmother because she was alone.
Wadakode, ayudo matin wachamo, wadakode maber, okane wach ni moro marach mowacho. Dino bel, moto, dikulo, kuro mago konya.
We are supporting 2,836 orphans and vulnerable children. We work with 70 community home visitors. We have 5 management committee. We've also managed to take 50 orphans and vulnerable children to vocational trainings. Every year we are recruiting 50 and sending them for vocational trainings.
I knew about Kidi Luanda when I was in standard 6. They paid for my school fees from standard 6 to form 1. They usually gave me school uniforms, yes, and school bags at times. Sometimes they gave us blankets and mattresses. They sometimes give my brother food, flour, maize, and oil for cooking.
Kidi Luanda na wigi nikech osekonya, osemiya school fees, osemiya uniform, osemiya onget, osemiya gik mang'eny.
Education is important to me because I want to change the life of my family. I want to remove them in the state where they are in now. And I want to become a surgeon, any kind of surgeon in life. So I know if I become a surgeon, I know it is Kidi Luanda's effort who has helped me raise school fees for my education. I would like to say to Kidi Luanda that they continue helping their fans, not only orphans, but parents, children who their parents can't afford for their school fees.
We are partnering with other organizations to support different projects in this community. For example, Kenya Community Development Foundation is partnering with Kidi Luanda to construct classrooms and dormitories in this community.
When there is congestion in classes, effective learning does not take place. So we have resolved to have some classes learn under trees. Like, for example, classes 6, 7, some of them are learning under tree.
Barua ya kirafiki ni lazima iwe na anwani. Hiyo ni kanuni moja, sheria moja ambayo...
As teachers, we sat together and we also presented our problem to the Board of Management, and we told them that since the classrooms are not enough, we are going to at least to have some classes out.
We were working with the orphans and vulnerable children. So we were visiting them even at school level. So when we attended the school meetings, the needs were coming out from the school committees, from the PTA committees or BOG. Now, when we approached KCDF, they agreed to partner with us so that we can support these different schools. We have a classroom at Rongo Primary, which is still being constructed.
We are going to realize good results because effective learning will take place, because one of the classes learning outside will be accommodated here. So there will be, at least the environment will be conducive for learning.
When we go to Rabuor Primary School, we have 2 classrooms where pupils are learning in them.
This school is having almost half the population, the orphans, both single and total orphans. And some of them had been identified by Kidi Luanda, so they came to the school to assist them. They were paying some money, they were also buying uniforms for them, and even making some arrangements for their meals. So that is how we started interacting with Kidi Luanda.
The first challenge we met is when we were starting. We wanted to partner with the school. We successfully did a fundraising, and given that we must deposit or bank money in the KCDF's account, the community changed their mind. They saw us like we want to con them, and they said, no, we are not ready to deposit our money in that account, which we don't know. So we were stranded for like 6 months. And I was shy even to tell KCDF that those people are not ready to deposit their money. After 6 months, KCDF was doing some follow-up through one of the officers known as Cesar. And when Cesar rang me, I explained to him what happened. And I told him I'm ready to negotiate with another school who also wanted the same project. Then we moved to Rabuor Primary School. When we went to Rabuor Primary School, the community was positive. They did their first fundraising and we deposited it into a KCDF's account.
And you talk what was getting in the sound. What's out?
When they came, they found that we had one ECD classroom, which is the same permanent, standing where we have our new classroom now. And we told them we are organized for a fundraising and we are going to build one classroom. Because of the poverty around this area, obviously they knew we are not going to raise enough money to complete the old classroom. So they advised us to come as a community, raise the money, but they would introduce us to another partner that they're working with, and that is KCDF. And because the community has started constructing one classroom for standard 3 over there, we managed to put up that classroom, which now the children are learning. Then because we were encouraged with that kind of partnership, we again approached Kidi Luanda and informed them of our next program, which was 2012 or 2013. And we agreed with them that if we raise the money, they would still go and approach KCDF to partner, also match the money for us, which they did. On behalf of Rabuor Primary School, we are very grateful for this kind of work. This classroom, which has been funded by KCDF and the community, which has taken a very short time, late 2013 and 2014. And we have got a decent classroom now. And we decided to dedicate this classroom for our young children. Good. Kendo, well done. Well done.
In Masogo Secondary School, we have a complete dormitory for boys.
In the recent past, we've been having a problem in the boarding station, especially in the boys' dormitory, because there's been congestion where we find that even cleaning it was a problem, as in the boxes were just spread by the highway, and the beds, although there were beds in the school, but then the space was not there. So we had to, some of us had to share a bed, which is risky in the boarding station, and we are pleased with the effort that few people have made, because it was done within a very short period of time, and we are seeing it as a very standard dorm that we can say it is of the modern standards, because such dorms are found in very rare schools and around. So we are pleased by that.
Communities have been able to come together to contribute financial resources to be able to address development challenges within their setting.
If we continue with this kind of partnership, I'm sure we shall have enough infrastructure. Our national goals, educational national goals, is very clear. Access, retention, and completion. When children are admitted in this school, particularly when they are young, the way they are, they need a good environment. And when you give them good environment, the children will love to come into school. So in the process, we are going to have the retention. And eventually, these children will now transit from ECD to the primary level.